Made possible through support from ARC Thrift Stores, Colorado Cross Disability Coalition, Colorado Developmental Disabilities Council, Developmental Pathways, Peak Parent Center, and the ARC of Aurora. Think Change Talks. If you're a person with a disability, use your vote. Let them know, hey, we are here, we are thriving, and we want to continue to thrive. The Power of the Disability Vote, a series of different perspectives.
There's nothing more important than having a say in your community. I think that political systems and big systems impact the lives of people with disabilities in major ways, Social Security, Medicaid, the Department of Education. And it's important to be able to not only have a say in your community, but have a say in who's elected or what policies are being implemented to ensure that those people and those policies will, fight for the rights of people with disabilities.
I'm Sara Pielsticker. I'm a staff attorney to disability rights work at Disability Law Colorado. I do primarily youth advocacy work and voting rights work, and I've been working at DLC for about 4 years. So people with disabilities face a variety of barriers in society, and not being able to vote would be one of them. Having that taken away would be like taking a fundamental right away that people with disabilities have, the ability to vote and the ability to have a say in their community.
This is John. He has developmental disabilities and has a guardian. Can he vote? Yes.
In a lot of states, there are people who have guardians aren't allowed to vote, but that's not the case in Colorado. So in Colorado, anyone who has a guardian can still vote. The only way you can't vote is if a court order specifically says that you cannot. From ones I've gone to, usually people are trained, but sometimes they're not. But even if they're not and you go, it's important to know that they do have that, even if for some reason they don't know how to work it. They do have that, and that is a right that you have to be able to use that accessible equipment. The Secretary of State's office also takes complaints around accessibility issues. So if you are encountering an issue and you would like to file a complaint about it with the Secretary of State's office, you can do that. Historically, people with disabilities have really fought for all of their rights and access, including the Americans with Disabilities Act, including Section 504, getting disability protections added to the Fair Housing Act, getting the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act here in Colorado passed. People with disabilities have had an integral role in speaking up and making their voices heard, and so that those laws exist and their rights are protected. And I think another important thing is that over the years, those laws have been able to be expanded and have protections added to, all because people with disabilities are able to advocate for their rights and their desires and their needs. I also think that it's important to remember that people with disabilities are whole people who might have values and interests beyond just fighting for disability rights, and it's important that those values and interests are also at the table. I think in Colorado specifically, these laws are actually being implemented fairly well. I think the biggest challenge is people knowing about them, knowing their rights, knowing that, for example, if they have a guardian, they can still vote. If they are in a hospital setting or a nursing home setting, that they still are allowed to vote. And so I think the biggest challenge accessibility-wise is just getting people out there to know about their rights, how to support people and make sure that support is really, person-driven and gets at what that person wants. I will say, as the Protection Advocacy System, one of the things that we can do with under the Help America Vote Act is assist people in filing complaints about accessibility with elections. And so if you or someone a person with disability encounters accessibility issues, you can always contact our office.
To learn more about convenient and contemporary educational products through ThinkChange, visit www.thinkchange.training.